Before Gore Island, many slaves passed first here in Senegal. That's why in this island we have many houses for the slaves before. I show you if you go to the north part. That's why this island, it was heritage by UNESCO. We have 3 types house different in this island, but the Balogun house and the Portuguese house and the black house where living the French people. Let's go, everybody. You go to it is the south. We have the south, and because the island is divided 3 parts. The south, the center, and the north part. The big yellow house, it was the first hospital in this island of Saint-Louis. The first cemetery, Christianism, it was this building. Today is the big college by the woman, just study here. His name is Ahmed Fall, School Ahmed Fall, for just women. The first governor in West Africa, it was the first governor in Senegal. We have the same name of the bridge. And the bridge, if you see here, is open. He permit for the ship, he pass because sadly before we have many boats, he come. Above all in West Africa, Ghana, Guinea, Gambia, Mauritania, he pass here. And the bridge, he open in the second part here, in the second. He permit for the ship, he go on in the other side, on the north of the other side. Today, is open, maybe have no bridge he pass, but every 6 months he's open the second part just to verification for his working now. He separate this island. This is the island of Saint-Louis, and we have another part of Saint-Louis. His name is Sor. And Sor in French is go out. Because before in this island it was very small. And the governor Philip, he takes the majority and they divide this part and the other he go outside. And that's why today is his name Sor, the big part of Saint-Louis. It not was heritage by UNESCO, just this island, by this story, it was passed here. By the governor living here, all activity, all the trade for the slave and all activity before it was in this island. That's why the south is here, we have the center, we have the north part. We have many red brick. All many red brick you see here, he come from French in Toulouse before. He come for the ship. And a moment, the governor fed up, it's very expensive to transport the red brick. He find another way and he making the red brick here. We have another island, his name is Bopuchor. That's why after main red brick come here on Senegal. Maybe before also for the door, for the window, all come from French before. But the colonial island was here, the governor living here before, that's why he prefer all come from in Europe. And so, we have an old house here for me. It's like for Gore Island, for the house for the slaves. The small window is like for the house for the slaves. Many slaves pass here, some man, some mouse, or some year before we go to Gore Island and go to other country. but the house was a trade for the slave past first year, but the many slaves come from above all in West Africa, above all in the village around here in Senegal. And he stay here after he go on in other country for Gore Island. This island it was heritage, but we have some house here. Before we have the like to go out inside to go to visit. But today is not sure, but it's very old. And we have some example for the house for the slave before Gore Island. And the good slave before you have to have a 60 kilogram for the weight. And you have the best slave. If you have less, you have not a best slave. That's why many slaves stay here. The big mosque in this island, like for the church, it's not a church, it's a mosque. It's the only mosque have a bell. Why is a bell here? But it was fine, but it's very old. In 1825, by the French, he helped him to have a mosque here. Because we have the Muslim here have a lot of money, and the French ask him, if you want to have one mosque here, you have to accept my bell and my clock. And our Muslim here, he accepts the bell and the clock. But the governor fed up, he tell, at 2 o'clock, you, the Muslim, to disturb me. At 2 o'clock, you call the Muslim, Allahu Akbar, very loud. He prefer this Muslim use the bell. That's why it is the only mosque in the world have a bell and the clock. And today it's not working. Just is the monument for historic, but it's a long time we have a mosque, have a bell. And just we have a woman, he go to help the children. One man have 2 wives, that's why we have a lot of children. But the child go to help him to go to the fish. And behind we have the ocean, we have many people who was died. He go to the immigration, he go to the work for the fish. It's not poor, it's very rich. But he like to live together, he like to live to family. That's why he stay here. And he's outside, but the mother is just the mother was here. And you see, and people go in school. And the majority like to go to Quranic school. If you go to the school at 10 or 20, you stop. You like to go to help our parents. That's why we live here. And the board here is very expensive. It's now around 10 million francs CFA. 50 million euros, yes, all the big boat. And that's why you see one father or have 1 or 2 boats here.
Going from the beauty of the colonial side to the almost utter despair of the side where people were getting ready to get on boats, not only to earn their living and do fishing and do other things that they've been doing for centuries, but others to get on boats that would now head out to the Mediterranean and make their way to Europe as migrants, as asylum seekers. In New York City right now, we're having a number of asylum seekers arrive. It's causing a tremendous burden in the city. A number of them are from Senegal and from from West Africa, the Gambia, other places. We saw the beginning of the journey. Hundreds and hundreds of people getting on boats, and I understand that they waited there for months to get their trip. With the full recognition that between the time they leave and get to Europe, many will not live. Many will not make it. Change the whole notion of who and how on the asylum seekers, seeing the actual beginning. It was sort of like Goree Island, seeing the actual beginning of slavery. This was different tremendously because this was a quest for freedom and hope, for better opportunities in Europe and in America. Same thing my grandparents, when they left on boats over 100 years ago from Russia because of threats of death and poverty and oppression, to come to America, not knowing the language, not knowing the culture, not ever seeing a city like that, arrive in New York, and here I am 2 generations later, and I come to see another group seeking out that same hope.